Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. We are going to be hopefully finishing Turnabout Goodbyes, and maybe even starting the 5th case, which I don't know jack shit about, I'll be honest. Hello, Amber. Hello, Enchanted. Hello, Centurion. Hello, Lilac. Hello, Worf. Hello, Shadow. Hello, Azrael. Hello, Cross. How am I? I'm doing alright. As for your question, Centurion, I have no clue how long this is gonna be. This case is gonna have a lot of plot twists, so I hope y'all are ready. Last time we left off, we were finally learning about a case that was 15 years presumed dead. But now we are reawakening it to save a dear friend / rival of ours, Miles Edgeworth. Let's see how that goes. First, I gotta handle the main facts. Like a summary.
Right. Summary. Found it! Here you go.
December 28th, 2001.
That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow.
So in 2 days, the case is closed. A new mic today? Congrats! The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse.
What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now?
Looks like it. Hi, Queen Ramen. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all the lights went out.
Oh, that was some earthquake.
At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours?
That would be scary like that in the dark.
Sorry, I missed the last few streams. That's alright. There was a severe lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious.
The survivors?
One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart.
That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it?
He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in the elevator. You have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father.
Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it.
Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles.
Miles?
Miles Edgeworth, of course.
So he was in the elevator with his father.
From the angle of the bullet and the other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh? It sounds like this current case. What's going on here? Got any data on the suspect in there?
That'd be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it.
The man arrested suspect in the DL6 was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well then,
he had to have done it.
but he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond.
Hammond, the victim in our case.
Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived so much that he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared.
Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder?
Maybe closer than we think. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth.
Nick, are we going to take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out.
You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. All that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. Well, damn, I should have continued after that. That was the wrong moment, apparently. Court is now in session for the trial of... You ain't streaming? What? I am streaming. What do you mean? Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement? Very well. No opening statement, so...
Not so fast, Judge. Always taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order! Order! Mr. Von Palmer, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Ah, must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness. My decisive witness to the stand.
It's a mysterious bow shop owner.
Witness, state your profession.
I'm the proprietor of the restaurant the Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats.
The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct?
Yep, I was.
Please testify.
Wait a second. Still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute! The witness hasn't stated his name yet.
Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. I predict this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate.
You're right.
The witness will state his name.
Well, I'm not really sure, yet.
What do you mean?
My memory.
Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify.
Is the witness a druggie? No, he's not.
Very well. Let's hear this testimony then, shall we, witness?
It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang, When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating in the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window.
Very well, I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there is only 10 seconds left before the 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now.
Yes.
Mr. Wright?
What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well, you may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma. 3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well, then let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. It was the night of the 24th, just before midnight. Just after midnight, I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang, And where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure.
Are you certain?
Yep.
Good. Continue.
So you heard 2 gunshots total.
Yeah.
That's what Lana said in her testimony yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna save here. Yeah, I think it's gone fire 3 times. Nope. By your window? Hey, yeah, my window. Right inside the window, my little shack. And so, and you could see the man's face. Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him.
That's rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. And it's cross-examination. You see that little bar in the corner? If that thing if there's no blue left in that bar, why do you have a parrot? Don't ask. Are you sure? Oh. Dad? It's certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead. And he was walking by, too.
Goodness, are you sure this person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was him, that Edgeworth boy. Wait, that's Wright's dad? Nope, nope. Basically, he has such bad memory, he thinks that Phoenix is his kid named Keith. So to wake him up, he decided to pretend to be Keith for a second again.
This sounds like a decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examine so he could set up for a fall.
Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Running the courtroom is glaring at us.
Never act quick. This trial is going to be over. Your Honor! We proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? A photograph showing a man firing with his left hand.
Exactly.
That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true.
Your Honor, the witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If we were telling a lie...
Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to even realize this basic fact. You say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Nick, do we have evidence?
It's no good, there's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please. You hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you.
30 minutes was perhaps too high of an expectation. Over 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any reason more to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No!
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait!
Who was that just now?
Me. Who's talking?
Me!
Shit, apparently it was Larry. Larry?
What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park at the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about that just until yesterday. But today I remembered it. Deus Ex Larry. Larry? I wasn't even expecting this. I didn't even remember this.
Remember to what?
The gunshot! I heard it too. Larry coming in for the clutch?
What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for an adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience, listening to the testimony. Then I realized something. He said it was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy Boy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. It would make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse.
You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistakes have been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. Just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night?
Yeah. He said he was looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right.
shark is a shark, then is a shark a shark? Yeah?
All right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night.
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You see something, right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. Couldn't understand what had happened. Couldn't even think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right. Yeah. This might be our chance. Our chance? Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses with perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. December 27th, 10:35 a.m. District Courtroom number 3. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw. On the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. My Karma didn't have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it that you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Goldie. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. It has to be either the gun or Lotta's testimony. I'm gonna say Lotta's testimony. Holy shit, I got that right. Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night.
Huh?
Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please! Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So, you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Mr. Bucks,
What?
you only heard one gunshot? Are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Eh?
Not sure. How can you not be sure? Yeah, well, I, might have missed the other gunshots. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude. My headphones.
Order, order, and stop that booing.
Mr. Butts. I don't know if it's just me or not, but Larry's kind of hot. If I can excuse me? If I can excuse me? The fuck you just say? The fuck you just say? Did you seriously just call Larry fucking Butts hot? Excuse me. Excuse me. Let's get back to the trial.
You are listening to your radio with your headphones?
Yeah, so what? Is that a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Am I in trouble? I'm judging you, but you're not in trouble.
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Very well, Mr. Wright. Should he continue his testimony?
Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Nothing's more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Botts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Alright, leave it to me. Wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Hi, Amber. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an alt request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it, real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard the gunshot. I remember exactly what the GG was saying when I heard it too.
You were listening to your radio at high volume.
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. I'm being bad at Elden Ring. Sorry to hear that.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me, DJ?
An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the gunshot, no music when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
Can't believe I'm continuing this charade. I think we can all agree the judge is kind of ugly. Shut the fuck up! He is a national treasure. Look at that glorious beard. I'd make a dwarf jealous. Don't be rude to my man, the judge, like that. He's my bestie, my brother, my amigo, my compadre. Also, just realized I still have my The Rock raised eyebrow. There we go. Never mind, I meant Von Karma. Oh, Von Karma is fucking ugly. I mean, fucking look at this man. I mean the judge, yeah. Dude, why is my name so similar to Dwarf? Are you tiny? What did she say?
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good, knowing what the radio said, do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. Allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask, hmm?
Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Hey, it's almost Christmas. I heard the gunshot. Wait, that photo was taken at 12:15 a.m. Saying it's almost Christmas, it says it's before, not after. Holy shit. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Well, what's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed, and?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. The photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time on the photo taken when the gun was triggered. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera.
12:25, 0:15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day.
This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness said he heard a gunshot before midnight? Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious.
What?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim that he heard a gunshot before midnight?
Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this one claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
Now it's the gun, because it was fired 3 times. This is my evidence.
The murder weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witnesses that testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order! Order! I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimonies. Bah! You waste our time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that was fired before midnight? Do you have any proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something? Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Do you have evidence that proves there was a shot before midnight? Do you have evidence that proves Mr. Butts wasn't just hearing it?
Look at this photo. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hartz, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 25th at 11:50 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
No, not Nickelback.
But there's nothing on the link in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is that not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to a loud noise.
Aha!
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photo was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims.
Order! Order! That would make sense of why the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight.
Why, I ask you, why? I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah! What's wrong, Nick?
I have it!
Huh? Remember the case of the Steel Samurai?
Oh, yeah, of course I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya!
Yes?
If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it.
Alright. I mean, is this safe?
Hi, Connor Thompson. Safe, we've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing left to lose. You just watch it, and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Happy Saturday? Happy Saturday.
Right, Nick.
Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
You can call me Zeke or Connor. Alright, Connor, how's your day been? You rather feed the ants? You have pet ants? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here besides Miles Edgeworth himself.
Cousin's graduation party and prepping dinner for 8+ people. Oh, that always fucking sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, rookie.
Stream freeze? Oh.
Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, the one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been a suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat.
How is the stream going? It's going alright. Holy shit, 19 people, dear God. Hello, everybody. How do you feel about these? Oh my lord. Connor, don't worry about Nameless. Nameless is just obsessed with coffee mugs for some reason.
I admit it is hard to imagine any possibility.
Yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. Also, I just realized, Amber, you're not a mod on this chat. I should probably do that. It doesn't bother me. This assumes that the victim was shot 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have a photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The time step on the photo says 0:00:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. It's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain the two...
Alright, save. Let's see which one. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Hi, June. Have you heard of a game of the devil? It's an Ace Attorney-like on Steam, and demo prologue is free. I might try that out after we finish the Ace Attorney trilogy. Let me write that down. Just realized I have literally 0 paper on my desk. I'll take a screenshot of that. See you, Lilac. He assumed the guys with Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer's then.
The murderer's name? Right. It's... Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know? Bah! Again, you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not on a boat?
Well then, where did the murder take place?
Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way, he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. But yeah, look at this fucking guy. This guy has zero... This man gets 0 bitches. Actually, he technically does, considering... Never mind. I don't know who he fucking married, because I couldn't imagine anyone having standards that low. Then, just as he started to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned to a boat?
The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really. But I think if I start from the very beginning and take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. This is the truth about this case! Man, I've always wanted to say that. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put Robert on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then, when he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake...
And who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you will lose. Tell us why the murderer had fired twice.
I believe he has shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did it exactly after hearing the first gunshot. How are you enjoying Ace Attorney? I've played the trilogy, Miles Edgeworth Investigations, and a bit of Dual Destinies. I played the first Ace Attorney game way back when I was around like 7, 8, somewhere around like 7 or 8, maybe 10, I can't exactly remember. Wait, no, I played it when I was 10. I remember that, no, it was 10. Played it on my old DS back when this game was in all pixelated, and honestly I kind of liked the pixelated stuff and Apollo Justice. I played a bit of Apollo Justice, but I never really finished it. I didn't finish the other 2 games either. And I never played Investigations 1 or 2, obviously. 2, obviously, because it only recently got translated into English via the Investigations collection, which I am planning on playing on stream. Don't know if I'm gonna play Apollo Justice for a while, because I feel like after I finish this trilogy, I might get a little bit tired of lawyer games and might skip over to Danganronpa, which is kind of like a lawyer game, but not quite. Next. The murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then... the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. Do you like detective games? Yeah.
I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it appeared that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw the attention to the boat. Once he realized that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the rest of the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Should I try Disco Elysium?
Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I'd like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said?
Yes.
Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright had said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed from Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir!
Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should we do?
Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important for this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Yay, Nick, you did it!
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
What about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. Draw to the right to order your arrest.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile a little. Just relax.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? But something that has been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is it about about Edgeworth? It's a nightmare. A memory of a crime that I committed. I committed? A memory of murder. Boom, 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 now. Be around the bound to take you out and out. Sorry, I've been meaning to do that for a while. And yes, before you ask, this is the JoJo reference. Alright, I'm gonna do a small break real quick to go get a snack. I'll be right back. Hello everyone, we are back. I had my snack, and I also currently have a cat on my lap. Everyone say hi to King. Everyone's favorite member of this channel. My cat King. Hello, mister. You want to watch Mama play lawyer game? Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, my lord. Oh, you're so fluffy. Alright. Hey, Bianca. Hello, Queen Ramen. I got a cat on my lap. Yum, 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 yum.
What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder.
Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed?
I don't believe that. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but he's never taken someone's life. Never. Oh. Looks like he had enough attention. Everyone say bye to King.
Nick?
Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I don't swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Larry.
Swooning? Me? Oh, yeah, I remember feeling faint.
Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? 23. 17. Yeah, Gumshoe? Gumshoe? We got another one, yeah. Yeah, come in with all your boys. Maybe Von Karma too. Let's beat him up. Oh me. Oh well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. Oh, he was talking to Phoenix. He was talking to Phoenix if he was swooning. If his heart skipped a beat, or he was falling in love. No. I'm sorry to say, Larry, no. I think you can do better than that. Bye, Larry. Come on, I saved Edgeworth. Out in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. God. He's not actually trying to flirt with anyone. He's just saying that he was hot out there. Look at this badge. Alright, let's move. Looks like Edgeworth is back in questioning.
We have our own questions for him. Let's come back later.
Yeah, I guess so.
Don't forget, okay?
Hey, pal. Long time no see.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Close one there. I got so worked up I snapped my thigh in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. I love Gumshoe. He's such a lovable dork. I forgot how much of a himbo he is. I love him.
Captain Gumshoe sure is active today.
Oh, one other thing. No one can go into the woods today.
What?
Where Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently at the back range I found out. Got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while.
Guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble.
Ha! Gumshoe is hot. He has a charm. Wouldn't call him hot, but if you're into the scruffy look, I guess it would work. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Huh? Steel eyesore is missing.
Eyesore?
Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too.
I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Our old caretaker got away.
Yep.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer.
I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Aha, hello! What might you be doing here? Out for a walk? Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of a fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
Oh, that is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edward should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Hi, Cage. Do you like strategy games? To a degree. I love Fire Emblem Three Houses, that's a strategy game. Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye.
What do you think of Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows?
Nobody's home.
Hello! Hello!
Hey, it's Polly. Where were your owners gone, Polly?
Hello! Hello!
I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself.
Hello! Hello!
That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right?
Bye, Queen Ramen.
Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1228.
Let's open it, Nick. Come on.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there.
Aww. But hey, keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter? Aw, boring.
You are a gifted bird voice actor, Shark Woman. Thank you. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth.
Edgeworth?
I mean, Edgeworth?
Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here?
Should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now's the time to get revenge on the two men that ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in details. How to kill Robert Hammond, frame Edgeworth, calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail.
do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know, but it looks like there are instructions for that these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following the instructions.
But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue.
Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick.
Probably shouldn't just kidnap her. Police know about her anyway. Sure, they'll just do something.
Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you.
Great, now the bird's going to hate me. Looks like Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today.
Oh, really?
He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if the last thing I do, pal. Like Gumshoe. He's out again.
When does he work anyway?
No, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. Guess Mr. Roseberg isn't getting the painting back. What kind of bad for him? Solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to deep luster. Apparently there's more stuff we need to examine here. Guess he hasn't been back since the trial.
Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe.
Do you think the caretaker would mind?
Well, we can just leave the metal detector in exchange.
Maybe we'd better not.
Ah!
What's wrong?
Oh, never mind.
What? Tell me.
Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week.
Oh.
See, that's why I didn't want to tell you. Doesn't look like he used this kitchen much.
Right.
This little pasta restaurant thing is a lie.
What? You thought he was telling the truth? There's some boats floating in the dock. The murder took place in a boat on this deck. Apparently the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. There is space for one more boat to dock. Why don't I move back here? Really helped out in the trial today.
You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty.
Seriously, Nick. The boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet.
Way to spoil the mood, Larry.
Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? From where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night?
don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two?
Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right?
Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry.
Not me. But why you, Larry?
Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick?
Enough with the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Oh boy, everyone! Time for some backstory!
Wait, was that when you two were classmates?
Yeah, in grade school. They saved me. Miles. And Larry. They saved me, I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney.
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I kind of forgot.
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear the story today, and that's final.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was at the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial.
Did someone say class trial?
Shut the fuck up, Monokuma! This game is not about you! You come in later!
Oh, come on! You know you want to play Danganronpa, Bianca.
Shut the fuck up! Yeah.
Today I'll begin a basic explanation of the class trial.
Oh dear God. I was on trial. A class trial.
A class trial?
You remember, Larry. Spring, end of 3rd grade. Kid in our class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month kids would bring in an envelope with money for their lunch from home.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that I mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So, they thought you did it.
Yeah, because the class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
The next day we had a classroom trial, with me as the defendant.
I didn't do it! Guilty! He did it! Guilty. Give the money back. You're such a meanie. No one wants to play with you. Just admit you did it. We're not gonna play with you anymore. Yeah. Loser. Give me my 50 cents I loaned you. Hey, didn't you rob the bank yesterday?
Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. And yeah, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. It was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I did it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened.
Objection! He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. Should all be ashamed, amateurs.
Miles?
Look at him in his little proper bow tie.
It wasn't you who stole the money, was it?
No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent.
But Miles, it was your money that was stolen.
Yeah, he did it. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't y'all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everyone's ganging up and picking on one person. Just think of how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will place the money myself. This class trial is over.
That's how it happened. After that, 3 of us were the best of friends.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I kind of forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took that day off from school. If I'd been there, they totally would have thought I did it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edward and I talked over that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father.
I'm going to be a defense attorney, just like my father. Famous defense attorney.
And a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
The DL6 incident.
Right, I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had something to do with his father's death.
So sad.
Several years later, when I heard Edgeworth's name again, there was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought, too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
You can just drop it, though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Yeah, look, I know that Wrightworth is not canon, and the creator himself says there's little evidence to provide that it would be at all canon. But going through law school, which I have heard is absolute hell, just to meet a guy that you considered your best friend to get answers about where he's been and why he's changed so much, I don't know. That gives me the vibes. That gives... I'm sorry, but I have nothing else to add except for the vibes or the evidence. I'm sorry, but literally there's no other explanation for why Edgeworth and Wright's relationship is like this except boom. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick! So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free.
Oh, Nick! Nick, we have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. Very well, maybe.
First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. You need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. I guess I can point out some of this evidence I no longer need. What evidence do we no longer need? I don't even know what we got rid of, I'll be honest.
The court finds the defendants. Wait, I gotta say it in my judge voice. The court finds the defendants Miles Edgeworth and Phoenix Wright gay. Speaking of gay, you look grim as always.
Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial.
That's trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No. No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, it's probably only really mattered to me anyway. Me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That's it does sound like the kind of thing you do. That sounds gay! Is it just me, or does that sound fucking gay? I'm sorry, there's no straight explanation for Miles and Phoenix's relationship. There's no straight example I could think of. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Right? So simple to a fault, even. Gay! Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Gay! Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental taker lives. I see. Revenge? On me?
Who is that old guy, anyway?
I don't know. Do you mean an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right. But I don't remember that old man, not at all. How are we dating sim? I mean, I'm not new to this game, but it is new to me figuring out how fucking gay these two guys' relationship is. Like, there's no straight example of this. I've only played the first game and a bit of the second and third, but I don't remember the second and third, except for the third a little bit, because I remember that there was the prosecutor from that game is extremely fucking hot. Wait, you didn't notice the gay before? I played it when I was 10. And back then I wasn't exactly in the right environment to even think about that. But that's getting into personal shit, and I'd rather not get into that shit. But there are parts of this game that I'm slowly remembering, and some parts that I forgot.
So he's following this letter then?
Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond?
As it says, this is your last chance.
Last chance? Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on DL6. Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi?
The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Sorry, I'm not sure of that. Look at this badge! It was that case that changed my life. Tomorrow on December 25th, the statute of limitations will run out. Tomorrow, that'd be
enclosed on the paper. It will never be erased from my memory. Never.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. Nick, no! There's a photo of his father. Don't show him that.
That probably isn't good enough to dredge up those memories. What is it? Nothing. What is your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
So he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life. He's obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspected was ever declared innocent. Ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does in his job is to find the suspect guilty. Perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? What you're saying is true. You're headed for the guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Edgeworth.
It's a strange situation in which I find myself out in it. No kidding. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You still look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me. You want me to defend criminals. I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. Bingo, how did Edge's dad die?
During the DL6 incident, an earthquake happened that caused entire courthouse to lose power, including the elevator, which had Edgeworth, his dad Gregory Edgeworth, and the old caretaker, who we presume is Yanni Yogi. Yanni Yogi was found innocent for the deed, which was the fact that during the DL6 incident, his father was shot down in the elevator, with both of the other two people in the elevator being passed out at the time. Edgeworth was still reminded by that day. And that case is pretty much very important and integral to this case.
His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yes, he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. It'll be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. We were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. It's your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had not been sound in mind due to oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in an elevator together 15 years ago.
This case is also why Edgeworth is so terrified of earthquakes.
The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled.
Help!
I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Help! Get us out! Don't shout. You'll use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling.
Japan has a lot of quakes. Yeah, that's the more heartbreaking part. Imagine living every day not knowing when an earthquake was about to happen and remind you of the day you lost your own dad. I mean, when it comes to my dad, literally even hearing about a COVID-19 case legit gives me shivers because of it. I can sort of, though my dad wasn't straight up shot like his was, it's still a traumatic event. You never forget what takes people away from you. And the pain will last there forever. Cigarettes getting me pissed off. Funny enough, they calmed me down because my grandma always smelled like them.
In court, Yani's mental condition was called into question. I understand I lost my dad recently. My condolences. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent.
Huh, but isn't that strange? The letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take out revenge on you?
Right.
Yeah?
There's something that has been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you.
You mean the nightmare?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed. A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell it all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark.
Help! I can't breathe!
Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
What out? Help! Get us out!
Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen.
I can't breathe. You're using up all my air.
What?
Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What are you? Stop breathing my air.
No, Father! He's attacking Father!
I see a pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol.
Get away! Get away from my father!
That scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has broken my ears for the past 15 years.
That's just a dream, right? Right?
That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it is real? They say that sometimes people shout out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
What?
If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me.
Wait, Edgeworth, you mean?
It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad.
What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do?
I
don't know. I don't think there's anything we came to, like it or not. There's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe.
There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6.
Grossberg. Mr. Grossberg.
Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not.
Oh, my. Let's calm down and tell me what happened, hmm?
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He...
I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, why do you two look troubled, hmm?
Congrats, Enchanted.
Well...
So consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagine. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done.
No! I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance at books, with the statute of limitations so close. This incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. Tomorrow we can see the completion of not one, but two trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damage that the DL6 incident has done will never be erased. Gregory Edgeworth was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what would become of Von Karma. What would become of Von Karma were he alive? Oh, she was a beautiful woman. I'm truly sorry about what I did.
Huh? Sorry about what?
I think I'll stay out of this one.
Look at this badge!
What do you know about Edgeworth's father?
He was the defense attorney without peer. It sounded trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques.
That's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost, and died in despair, as it were.
I see.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
I am Gregory Edgeworth, and I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi.
Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right, everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. So you're saying he's falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you. but a possibility nonetheless.
Okay, that ain't it. I think there's something in Grossberg's office we still need to do. Maybe present some evidence. Hi, Worf. We just found out that Edgeworth thinks he shot his own father.
One day left, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get going.
Look at this badge! We need to present the note again? Wait, no, I already presented that.
Oh, so this is the letter. Don't seem like Yogi would follow this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake but for his own.
For his own sake?
He never trusted his clients, not that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. You'll understand soon enough.
Wait, what is it?
This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this?
Could it be Manfred von Karma?
Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Von Karma. Wait! You're right, my boy! This is Von Karma's handwriting! I'm sure of it! I should see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means... the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself.
What does this mean, then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth?
If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. Saying as much tomorrow in court, I should think. But press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no.
How could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
Vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he'd taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like go to the sea or to see the mountains? Don't tell me he's never even been to Europe.
You have a strange idea of vacations, Maya.
In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd. I want to keep a perfect record so badly. Why do you take such a long vacation?
What do we do, Nick? When Karma's going to bring up DL6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
I won't let it!
Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
I know that! I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone.
But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
I don't care! I know he's not guilty!
Mr. Wright, you say so. I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. Police materials.
There's hardly anyone here.
Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Oh, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. Okay, we already went through all this. Von Karma's here, though.
What, Karma?
Yeah, see, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room.
Nick, let's hurry. Dusty as always.
We're only here just yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean. What's wrong?
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I just noticed that he isn't here.
On Karma.
What Karma?
Well, these are all case reports.
Yeah, it's like a graveyard of police cases.
At least my sister's case report is in here too, quietly gathering dust. Huh? One of the drawers here is open.
Someone must have been looking at it recently.
The bill says, unsolved cases, evidence.
Unsolved cases?
Nick! The file for DL6, it's completely empty.
What? What are you doing?
What are you doing in here?
Von Karma!
You. How do you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon. I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed.
I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor.
Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own. He's guilty.
15 years ago, you mean?
You're quite the researcher. You've done your homework so well, then you must certainly understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell in the court tomorrow.
Right. So Von Karma's going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow.
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate.
Sir Von Karma. You wouldn't axe the crime of Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you?
Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney?
Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did. What I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival.
That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. would give you advance attorney information.
Creep.
Oh yeah, look at this badge. Nothing. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder.
Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter.
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle.
What?
Nick, what is that thing?
A stun gun. Self-defense, usually.
Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence.
600,000.
Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it. Usually. Now give me that letter.
No!
No!
What are you?
Nick, run!
Maya!
Out of my way!
Letters. Letters. Gone, of course. They took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya! Is she okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes! Maya!
The letter. Did he take it?
Oh, yeah. Are you okay?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from the thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. No good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call myself a sister. Not even now. Can't even call her when I need her most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
Maya! Must be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What's that? A bullet? DL6 evidence, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. When Karma was holding this when Maya jumped at him. DL6 bullet stashed in a pocket. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Bye, June. I'm sorry. Goodbye. You don't have to be sorry. I have a weird feeling that must have been triggering to some people. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Ugh! What's the big deal?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Edgeworth's looking glum as always. Hopefully Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge.
Right. Good idea.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out, though. Ow! What's gotten into that girl?
Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Ah, good morning. How did it go, Detective?
Have no fear. As promised, I've captured that runaway caretaker. Caretaker. I just bombed in. Took on that, pal.
Thank you, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired.
Actually, after all that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good.
He says he's forgotten his own name. But it has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask the prosecution to submit decisive evidence. Understood.
Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost all memory of his name and identity. Witness? Why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony.
I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday, just leaving yesterday like I did. I wasn't running away from nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I had nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as it is.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He wants to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it.
I'm really sorry about leaving, just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away from nothing. I went to buy food for Polly, see?
Food?
Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats the high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in this big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why don't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, kinda got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
You're right, nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that.
I see, so he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses.
Why did I think that actually would work?
You lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
Maybe the DL6 file?
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, huh? You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified quite clearly he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof.
How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that guy, old Codger's head? It's impossible.
I'm glad you see you come to your senses, Mr. White. Very well, witness, please continue.
How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. What a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. White. This witness has no memory beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
To prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, he's gonna get the same thing over and over again until trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
Saying the same thing over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with the case, and no motive. Both of these statements are lies.
Order! Order! Mr. White, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
This is interesting. I'd like to know myself, so who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Okay, the name seems familiar.
Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident.
Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such an infamous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating.
You like the way that I've changed his voice up a little bit? I think I finally found a voice that I like for him that doesn't hurt my voice.
However, how do you propose to the court to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. Allow me to repeat once more, the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can prove Yogi right, this he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got... If I can't prove that he's Yogi right here, right now, then I got nowhere else to go.
Heck, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on the file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see, that makes sense.
Huh?
I'm so very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with stuff, you know?
What? Yogi, you sneak! Burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No!
Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no?
No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. can't let this end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Nick, what are we going to do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do?
Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you wouldn't like to cross-examine his parent for a little comic relief, hmm?
Yeah, very funny, you're sore winner, fun karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot.
What is it, Nick? No. You're not going to.
Your Honor! The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal.
Exactly, Your Honor. I'd like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. This is the funniest part of this case, and it's legit one of the most serious cases in Ace Attorney history. And this part is part of it. I remember this as clear as day. You what? What kind of court is this? A kangaroo court.
Order! Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
You need to even ask. This is a farce. I object! Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have the right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing come of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
The most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
Bring in the parrot.
That's quite absurd. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me.
Must have heard being ignored by a bird.
Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us.
Hello, hello.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination.
Right.
What are we going to do, Nick?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say?
As I recall, 2 days ago.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Squawk! Don't forget, DL6! Squawk!
I can't get Polly to say that. Here. They'll prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Hello! Squawk!
That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot.
Hello! Squawk!
Oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it.
It's ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this! He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me.
Frankly, I can't believe you're speaking to the parrot.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi.
Hello, hello. Squawk.
Why the fuck do I think that would honestly work? Mr. Yogi. Maybe I should get her to say her name.
Polly, what's your name? Polly.
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot's name is Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Yes, it does!
Ha! Fascinating. You'll claim that a parrot's name will prove her owner's identity?
Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to answer questions of who is the care. We're here to answer we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. To prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof.
DL6 case file? That's quite a large file you have there.
Which page is this proof then?
Show us or we'll stop wasting our time. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us the page.
Where in this file is the information connected to the parrot's name? It's on suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiance committed suicide, see?
Indeed, it does say that, yes.
It does say that, yes. What was his fiance's name?
Polly Jenkins.
Polly! Exactly, Your Honor! He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible. But a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
He's only 7 years old, no! Dear God. Jeez Louise. Holy Toledo.
Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We need some other corroborating evidence.
I'm going to find that.
Nick, we're getting closer. One more. We can get one more piece of evidence.
Right, but what?
Well, witness, you may continue.
let's just get her to try to say...
Let's just get her to try say anything.
Polly, what's the name word of the safe in the shack? 1, 2, 2. 1228. 1228.
My little parent. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't...
Hey guys! Remember when DL6 happened? December, which is the 12th month of the year, and 28. 12/28. Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ridiculous. How can a number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's identity? DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with this case? Mr. Wright, where in this case file something related to the number?
It's on the case summary page.
The case summary?
Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago.
And the number on the safe is 12/28.
Oh,
Use the date of DL6 incident as the number for the safe, Your Honor. That's how important the date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
I'm not gonna tell which password, obviously, but a password of mine actually is my dad's birthday, so yeah.
Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 001 because I am number 1. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing.
Also, that's fucking funny.
That is enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. It's a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seem to be more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boot shop immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait! This witness, he does not remember.
No. It's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different.
This is a real Yogi thing, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as bailiff in this very court.
Order, order! Yanni Yogi. So it was you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death?
Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really. But he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in very careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Miles Edgeworth and Robert Hammond. I have no regrets.
Wait a minute. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that.
Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself?
Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
One comma, where is Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor.
I saw no room for error in his confession. The defendant Miles Edgeworth is innocent,
In this case, at least.
very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Did someone say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait. But that means... no.
Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment!
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. For revenge for what?
Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell him that he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell him he killed his own dad.
What do I do?
The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
Something like this happened yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement.
We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Miles Edgeworth out.
For 15 years, I have a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
In the incident where your father died,
In the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was clear. As clear as that is day. The murderer, criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me.
Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations which ends today. The culprit is me. Order! Order!
This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime? A crime for which statute of limitations runs out today? I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Ah, it's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now.
We tried this man for his crime 15 years ago.
Have fun. Oh, Worf, you're leaving? We're just about to get to the good part.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
I'm sorry, Wright. I just wasted all of your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad?
I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy! Just crazy!
Nick, what are you doing?
Oh. I'm just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case for what?
Huh? Is it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe you're a nightmare.
What?
It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me.
Right. Gay! Fellas, is it gay? Friends and enemies, is it gay to defend your best friend in a court of law through tooth and nail just because he did something nice for you a while back? They need to kiss already. Also, so far, I think this is the best voice acting I've ever done on this channel.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let's begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let's defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on DL6 incident runs out today. Though it is unconventional for me, I'd like to run this by the book.
The defense have... I see. Does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. On Karma, you knew this is going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your own father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court.
Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday. I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That'd be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please, please. That day, I'd gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost the composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. Picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That is all.
Until now, you thought this memory was a dream. I was stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in that elevator ran out. I lost my memory of those events. Bah! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Mr. White, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you know it was a pistol when you threw?
I think I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick I panicked. So you're saying you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze.
Gun fired once?
Yes, I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. A gunshot and that horrible scream.
Scream. murder weapon was fired twice. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot?
Yes, I am sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see.
No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you tell us what's on that page. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? It looks like your luck has run out.
Wait, was it not on... Wait, there's a contradiction in the file.
Is victim data?
Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot?
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, the incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we've heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case?
Your Honor, I think we'll be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible! Now, Mr. Moncalm, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. You have the evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to the incident? Mr. Wright, please think out to look at this evidence time and time again. Let me show us ridiculous evidence. I feel well not.
Okay, so that ain't it. We are running out of our things here. Okay. Look at this photograph. This is a photo of the scene of the crime. Oh my lord, what? I forgot about this. Look up here. Look at one of the windows to the elevator, guys. There are 2 gunshot holes in this scene. One is currently in Mr. Edgeworth here. And the other is in the window. It was from outside? Yeah, it was!
See, with the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. The photo proves it.
So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where?
Please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. That should be obvious. The contradiction is here.
I see a bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. There is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went to Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
Murderer, of course.
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene.
Hey guys! Just a random thing. I want y'all to pay close attention to Von Karma's sprite work and his animations. No reason.
If a pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on that scene. On the scene. He does have a point. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back, June.
Order! Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It's highly unlikely the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired.
Afraid I'll have to discount the defense's claims.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
God, how did this happen? I believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? I've been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. Looks like I was wrong. Nick? The second bullet wasn't there, and all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you could... Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. Just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. There was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could have been that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick.
It seems we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was fired found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your own father, though that was not your intention. Yes, I did.
Oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I shouldn't be saying, but my mind's got a blank. I can't find the words. Every lead I had thought to has been squashed. This really is the end. Edgeworth, I'm sorry. I close my eyes. What was it that I've been doing all this time? It's in my whole life leading up to today. Now that I'm here, I know I failed. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, not yet. Huh? Maya? What? Object. Your only weapon.
okay? Are you okay, Nick?
What's happening to me? I have to think. Don't think. Your Honor! I object!
Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
Nick.
No, his case is perfect.
Oh no. It must exist. The second bullet.
What? What did you say?
Nothing.
The second bullet must exist. Where?
Someone took it.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor! The second bullet. It existed.
What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. You're grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer!
The murderer? Then tell us, who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet, but why?
Huh?
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet?
Why would the murderer have spent time to look for a stray bullet? I haven't got any clue.
What's wrong? What's wrong, Mr.
Oh, hi, Kara.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Uh,
Bah! The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. We don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Had to take it.
I'll take it. The murderer, what does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take that bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean?
Well, for instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer?
Bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you would perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that really happened?
Let me get this straight. At the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot. And they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving one bullet at the scene of the crime.
Yes. I guess that would be how it works, yes.
But there's a problem with that. The other people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean
the murderer came from outside, yes. Two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I have ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with this incident was wounded. There was no murder.
Who knows when the other time the incident? That's right. I can't think of anyone.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy?
Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Regularly Edgeworth has still to blow to his perfect trial record.
Well,
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first, and the last vacation he has taken in many years of prosecuting.
what if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because he was in shock?
He took it because he was injured.
Which would mean
Only mean one thing.
he was the murderer in the DL6 incident.
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth.
It was Von Karma!
Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Can I come out and say it?
Now?
Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
For what?
Von Karma!
Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Don't object. I see no need. Why? Why? Oh, this is ridiculous. This ridiculous outburst with my objection.
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after that incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
Nick, let's find out who his doctor is.
It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. It's perfect. He wouldn't have left clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. I'd leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect.
So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane.
No, you couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait, what does that mean? Bullet has to be somewhere, but where?
Well, Mr. Wright, you produce evidence to prove that I was shot.
Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it, and I'll even use evidence. I know how much you like it.
What?
The evidence that evidence that proves Von Karma was shot. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk leaving surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then, I asked, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still in Von Karma!
Is that even possible for all these years?
Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find.
I refuse! Refusing this means you don't acknowledge the bullet is still inside you. Order! Order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean?
Don't know, but we have to give it a shot. reacted. Something inside his right shoulder. The bullet! Mr. Von Karma? You. It was you.
I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's soul was from DL6? Of course he can't. You have any proof, any of the DL6 evidence?
That's because you took it out from the records room yesterday.
No proof you're not convicting me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof!
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet to in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof.
That's a bullet. Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact.
Ballistic markings?
You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Ah! 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 Ah!
I heard that scream before. Wait, I know.
Help! I can't breathe! Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air! Get away! Get away from my father! It's that scream I heard in that elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you who screamed!
Mr. Von Karma?
Angela! Angela, only you would dare defy me!
So it was you.
You and your father are my only curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record, and you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade! I'll bury you! I'll bury you! I'll kill you with my own hands! 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Von Karma, it is not like you.
you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you.
I was careless.
Sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I covered for you in the past, but not this time.
Edgeworth!
It was a shock like none I have ever known.
It was a shock like I have never known. Me, penalized. It took hours for me to gain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. It was in the court records room. So wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw there were 3 people inside, all laying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, Blin Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge... What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, indeed. Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Nick, we did it! Do you see his face? Plum Caramel looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It's pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I wasn't sure we had it.
I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory.
So it's finally over, Edgeworth.
Right.
Yeah?
I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try thank you.
I see. Thank you, right.
You're welcome.
I think you would have done it better than that.
Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You gotta learn, Edgeworth.
She's got you there.
Oh! Amazing, pal! You pulled it through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me.
Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month.
But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see.
Woo!
I feel foolish.
Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded.
Hey, y'all! Lotta! Y'all were great in there.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats.
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar, even if there was... no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let's be bygones be bygones.
Am I justified in hating Karma? Oh, 100%. Karma fucking sucks. And we'll see what more damage he's done to other people in the next game. Because in the next game, spoiler alert, we get to meet his daughter. Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta?
Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Is that the hot dog guy from the park?
Huh?
It's over, Nick. My life is over.
Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now?
Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world.
You don't look sick.
It's Kiance. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind.
I've seen that coming.
Yo, Edgy, there you are.
Yes, here I am.
Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift for me in celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Buzz, you came along tonight too. You come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it.
Yo, Nick. Let's assume that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think he'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Oh, what a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly?
Nick, wasn't the exact amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school?
$38. No. No! Larry, it was you?! What are you so surprised about, Huh? He was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect.
What?
Think back to the day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came to into school anyway. And he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
I never was good at history.
Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you the way he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know! Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, it sure is an unexpected turn of events.
Edgeworth?
You should have told me! Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes.
There you have it. What does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did?
Well, you always have been something of an insufferable emotionalist.
Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death! The death sentence for both of you! Man, if only I'd known, I'd become a prosecutor!
Same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor, in part to punish myself. When knowing the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right?
Y'all, line up and I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go! And after that, then on me!
Head to bed? Good night. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. December 29th, 5 to 2 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. I went a little bit overboard yesterday. Oh, my head hurts. Huh? It's only 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep? What's this, a letter?
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Goodbye. What time is it? The first train for the mountains have already left to the station. I guess I'm too late.
Hey, Nick.
Maya!
So,
So, you're leaving?
yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Wait!
What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yeah, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped in Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze.
Did we prove Gay Boy's innocence yet? Yes, we did. But I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up.
A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm going to complete my training and come back.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're helpless.
I don't know about that.
So, this is it. See you soon.
Wait, see you soon, Maya.
Thanks, Nick.
And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Is this the ending? No, not quite! The same old crazy cast of characters. This isn't the ending for... Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you would like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Hey, Bal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop, Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head in low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? This is the ending for the OG game. Yes, it is. However, but not the remake. Huh, Nick? No, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I'm
I've been working at a cheese shop. The Missy is a nice lady, but she's not exactly what I call a date type. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. I gotta go, bye. Bye, June.
Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I hears he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful.
Who is Pain? Phoenix Wright? Oh, the defense attorney who wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know. I've taken over management at the hotel. Could you be in my area? Please, stop by. Oh, that was a long haul. What's next? Case 5, baby. Yes, there's another case after this.
Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Ah, yes, me his understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him as of late. Oh, the days of my youth. Fresh, like the scent of a fresh lemon.
I don't know if I should separate it into 2 streams, or gee, I'm evicting you from my laptop. You're being relocated to my phone. Nice.
Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? I'm not buying it. You can be a star of the name Phoenix.
I'm pleased to announce that the Pink Princess is a hit. Sure that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out on public eye till the show's over. I don't want to ruin any kids' dreams, you know?
I don't know if I should separate it into 2 streams or...
Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but I didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living anyway?
I ship Penny and Maya. I'm saying it right now. I never saw them in Russia. I ship it. Oh, hi, Cody.
Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck up into the studio the other day. And I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. Oh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age.
Wait, so let me get this straight. Will Powers actually plays the Pink Princess? You go, Will.
Yeah, I remember right, the lawyer guy. Huh, me? I'm trying to become a paranormal photographer. You know, that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous.
And Cody is not traumatized. Yay, drag. Look at this cute photo. Look at this. Maya being all smiley. Larry, wait, who the fuck? Yep, a brand new episode has been added. See your progress up until this point. Rise from the ashes. Wait, Gumshoe throws the confetti? Now that's a plot twist. Oh yeah, this opening scene. Still think Gumshoe's hot? Well, to each their own. There's a character in this case that I've seen that I personally think is hot. Well, there's multiple characters from this case I'll honestly say that I think are hot.
There's also possibly lesbians in this one.
It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. Why do I come here to the office every day? I feel like I want to work.
There you are, finally! Where have you been? My sister's trial's tomorrow.
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you?
I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here.
So you're the coffee boy?
I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney.
Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case.
Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though.
Look at this bat. I'm just joking.
That was a relief then. You're better than nobody.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now.
She assumed Mia transition, I guess.
But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney?
Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to try elsewhere.
Please! I'm out of time.
But
Please, you have to help. It's my sister.
Maya, could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out.
Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator.
Scientific investigator?
Look at this badge.
See this? It's my attorney's badge.
Wow. I've never seen a real one before.
You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me.
It's composition mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit.
She analyzed it scientifically.
There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I'd give you $50 for it.
Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator?
Yes, that's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's just, you seem kind of, jumpy, or maybe just young?
Young? I'll be 16 years old this year.
Oh, I see, wait. Only 16?
"16 years old this year." So she's 15 right now?
I see. Wait, only 16?
I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known. At my age, no less.
So what exactly is her current position, then? Damn, she's 16 and a scientific investigator? Meanwhile, I'm over here streaming a lawyer game? Fucking hell.
Legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job at my age, no less.
Great, and our future professional in training. So what about this case? You said the trial's tomorrow?
Sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab anyone with a knife. She wouldn't.
So it's a murder case.
I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact.
And there's a witness?
Just talk to her. You have to talk to her.
Right.
I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but...
That's interesting. How'd you know Mia?
My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school.
So they went to the same school, huh?
She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney, and well, I need one.
Incidentally, Mia is a woman.
Now you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's.
Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be really close.
Well, actually, when she gets like now, I kind of hate her.
Huh?
But she's my only family.
Your only family. What about your parents?
They died in a car accident when I was little.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, we're gonna save here. And we're gonna start Rise from the Ashes tomorrow. Because from what I've heard, this is the longest case in the first game. This is probably gonna take up probably 2 streams. Unless I stream really early tomorrow. But that's it for today when it comes to Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. We'll be back tomorrow, and then after we finish Rise from the Ashes, we will be taking a small break from Ace Attorney and be playing Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. And that's going as fast as you can. Yeah, that's without having to read all of this shit out loud. Have a good night.